Hey guys, welcome back to my channel ClearHue. If you are new here, namaste. My name is Dr. Rakshita and this channel is all about skincare, wellness and makeup. So if any of these interest you, don't forget to subscribe. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Derma Co 1% hyaluronic acid long-lasting sunscreen. It is their water-resistant and sweat-resistant variant to their normal hyaluronic acid sunscreen that I have reviewed multiple times on my channel. If you want to watch a review of that sunscreen, I'll leave it in the description below, a link to the video where I've reviewed other Derma Co sunscreens. But this one in particular, I'm going to review today. As usual, I will start by reading the different type of sun filters in here. So as a quick explanation for someone that's new to these terms, there are UVA rays and UVB rays that we have to protect ourselves against from. There's UVC rays also, but because of the ozone layer, they don't really penetrate, they don't come into our atmosphere as much as UVA and UVB rays that cause skin burning, skin aging and even different types of skin cancer. And we need to protect ourselves from these different type of sun rays, and hence we use sun filters that have either UVA protection or UVB or like a hybrid that protects you from both. So here are the sun filters that are in the Derma Co sunscreen that I'm going to read out. Okay, so Octinoxate is the first sun filter in here, which is the UVB ray sun filter. Keep in mind, I will be reading the shorter names of whatever sun filters are in here. There's a longer name that's printed at the back of your tube that you will see, and I generally say the more common, the shorter word for it, so that's it's easier for me to pronounce. But don't worry, I'm talking about the same sun filters that are at the back of the packaging. Anyway, then there's titanium dioxide, which is a hybrid sun filter. It's a physical sun filter or a mineral sun filter. Then there is a Uvazorb HEB, which is a broad spectrum sun filter. Now, while it's a broad spectrum sun filter, it doesn't protect you against UVA1 rays. UVA rays have UVA1 and UVA2 rays. So this protects you against UVB and UVA2 rays, not UVA1. And there's zinc oxide, which is again hybrid. And then there's Tinosorb S, which is again like a hybrid sun filter. So there's a total of 5 different types of sun filter in this sunscreen. Now this sunscreen, again, as a lot of other sunscreen from the Derma Co range, has 1% hyaluronic acid, which makes it a pretty good moisturizing sunscreen, and it does have a few emollients like caprylic triglyceride, which again make it a good emollient moisturizing sunscreen. I will of course include a texture shot of me applying this sunscreen. To be fair, this sunscreen is not the most lightweight lotion. It is actually a bit more thicker, like actual lotion like consistency. But this sunscreen does not have any white cast. It settles down within, like, you give it 30 seconds, it completely settles down to a zero white cast sunscreen, which doesn't feel sticky on your face. Though if you're a very, very oily skin type person, it can make you feel a bit oilier throughout the day, but not something that's too drastic, because I am a very oily acne prone skin type person and I use heavier sunscreens a lot of times. And though it does make my face feel a bit more oily, throughout the day, I just powder my face down instead of worrying about the oil, and that works perfectly well. But if you're a dry skin type person, this is gonna be a very moisturizing, beautiful, dewy finish sunscreen. Now this was the sunscreen that I wore on Holi, when I went outside in the sun to play like with water and like colors and everything. So I needed a sunscreen that not only is like a long lasting sunscreen, but also had to be water and sweat resistant, and I immediately gravitated towards this one. I purchased it myself. Holi seemed like the perfect opportunity to be able to try this sunscreen, so I did. Now I put this on all over my face, all over my body as well. This same sunscreen, I like emptied more than half a tube of this because I put it on my parents also. I used it, I put it on my brother also, this same sunscreen. We played in water like for at least 2-3 hours. This didn't came off anytime. Like, you know how sunscreens are like, oh, it's like waterproof until 2 hours or something. I didn't read anything like that about it. If I do, I'll let you know. Though this sunscreen is supposed to stay put till 6 hours, but yeah, underwater at least, like I was playing with water for like 2 hours, 3 hours straight, and this didn't come off at all. It stayed put the whole time, didn't run off into my eyes or anything either. So I loved it a lot. To be fair, I don't experience any kind of stinging in my eye either, but my mum does, though I have very sensitive eyes too, but somehow both of us had different experiences. That's the only thing with her, though. She experienced nothing else with this apart from a bit of eye stinging, but I didn't experience that either. But I'm just letting you know that someone in my family did experience eye stinging with this product. Now, I don't really have means to test out whether this works for 6 hours or not, except for the fact that I was in the sun for hours and hours and hours wearing this, and I didn't tan, I didn't burn, like my skin was completely protected for hours. But here's the thing, I watched this short video of Shrija from Skinoreal, and I trust her completely in whatever she recommends and has to say. And she made a video about this sunscreen where she tested it with those UV patches that turn blue once it's time for you to reapply your sunscreen. And with this particular one, she tested that the UV patches did not turn blue even after 6 hours. That was commendable, by the way, for this sunscreen, which is actually what convinced me to buy it in the first place. So this is a beautiful, extremely water and sweat resistant sunscreen that doesn't run off in the hot, heavy, like humid summers. Given that it lasts for 6 hours, you don't have to reapply it to every 2 hours also. Though if you're like continuously out, just like in the sun the whole time, I would still recommend you do. If you're someone who's like into sports, is actively swimming, is running, or is playing cricket or something like that, then definitely reapply it every few hours. I would still recommend that, even though it says 6 hours, just for safety purposes. But yeah, this one is beautiful for anyone that is into sports, especially because this is a bang for your buck. It lasts long, gives you amazing protection, like it's SPF 50 PA of 4 plus, I guess. And yeah, this one is just wonderful. I absolutely loved it, and I would highly recommend it. So that was it for today's video, guys. I will see you in the next video. Until then, you like this video, you subscribe to my channel, and yes, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.